Star Wars LEGO minifigures are some of the most collectible sets out there, and certain minifigures are quietly gaining in value. In this video, we're continuing our deep dive into LEGO Star Wars minifigs most likely to increase in value over time. If you missed part 1, we started with the strongest top potential minifigures and group picks by era. In this video, we'll focus on the second half of the list, highlighting underrated and surprising minifigs that collectors often overlook, some of which could be your next big find. First up is Cloud City Boba Fett from the 2003 Cloud City set, aka the holy grail of LEGO Star Wars minifigures. In good condition, this minifigure is worth about $1,800. The attention to detail is incredible, arm prints, leg prints, and an overall design that was ahead of its time. Its rarity comes from the fact that LEGO Shop was the only seller and the set was released in very limited quantities. The high demand for this set is largely because of its minifigures, especially Boba Fett, so it's no surprise that his price is insanely high and continues climbing every year. Next up is Ahsoka Tano, exclusive to the 2016 Rebel Combat Frigate, currently valued at around $230. This minifigure appreciated about 4.5% in 2025, which isn't surprising. Finding one in good condition is tough, and she's an extremely popular character. So popular, she even got her own show. This version is very detailed, and the only Ahsoka from the Rebels line that LEGO released, so unless LEGO creates new Rebels set, this minifigure should keep increasing in value every year. Next up is Luminara Undulli with her light-up lightsaber, exclusive to the 2005 Wookiee Catamaran, and currently valued at around $120. This is the most expensive minifigure with a light-up lightsaber, and it appreciated about 4.5% in 2025, which is impressive given its already high price. Next up is Princess Leia, exclusive to Betrayal at Cloud City from 2018, and currently valued at around $112. Aside from the OG Princess Leia from the 2003 Cloud City set, this is the first LEGO version of her in her Bespin gown, so it's no surprise she's worth so much, especially considering how iconic the character is. This minifigure appreciated about 4.5% in 2025, and it should keep rising in value over time, at least until LEGO releases a new version. Next up is the Range Trooper, exclusive to the 2018 Imperial Convey X Transport, and currently valued at around $65. This minifigure is likely to keep appreciating for a long time. LEGO probably won't remake any solo movie sets anytime soon, and with its detailed design, including the neck collar, it's already proven to be a collector favorite. It appreciated about 4.5% in 2025, and on its current trajectory, it's unlikely to stop rising anytime soon. Next up is the Mimban Stormtrooper, exclusive to the 2018 Imperial TIE Fighter, and currently valued at around $80. This is another minifigure that's likely to keep rising in value over time as it comes from the solo movie, and LEGO probably won't release more sets from this line anytime soon. It grew about 4% in 2025, which is impressive considering its already high price. We also have the Tactical Droid, exclusive to Mace Windu's Jedi Starfighter from 2011, and currently valued at around $80. This is one of those minifigures that consistently increases in value every year. Last year it went up another 4%, which makes sense since I remember it being around $60 to $70 a few years ago. It's a super popular droid from the Clone Wars, and as long as LEGO doesn't release another version, it should continue appreciating steadily. Next up is the Ugnaught, exclusive to Betrayal at Cloud City from 2018, and currently valued at around $75. This minifigure increased about 4% in 2025, likely because collectors want more Ugnaughts, and LEGO has only released 2 different variants. If LEGO releases another similar Ugnaught, it might affect its value, but for now, it's a unique and exclusive minifigure, very different from the other variants, so it should continue appreciating. Next up is Luminara Undulli, exclusive to the 2016 Clone Turbo Tank, and currently valued at around $70. This minifigure increased about 4% in 2025, and from my experience, Luminara minifigures always seem to get pricier year after year. With excellent prints and a design ahead of its time, it's easy to see why LEGO hasn't released a new version in so long. The only way I could see this minifigure losing value is if LEGO decides to release another variant, but otherwise it should keep appreciating steadily. Next up is the Imperial AT-ST driver with printed arms, exclusive to the UCS AT-ST Walker from 2025, and currently going for around $50. I wouldn't be surprised to see this minifigure follow a similar price trajectory to the Imperial TIE Fighter pilot from the 2015 UCS TIE Fighter, which increased significantly over time. After all, this is the first AT-ST driver LEGO has ever released with printed arms, making it especially appealing to collectors. That wraps up the first 10 minifigures of my LEGO Star Wars list. Let's continue by breaking the rest of the list down by era, starting with minifigures from prequels, including figures from this Clone Wars series. First up is Phase 2 Commander Gree, who appeared in 2 sets and currently goes for around $38. This minifigure grew a little over 4% in 2025, which isn't surprising. Every year it seems to climb in value. It's a very popular character hasn't been retailing in a long time, and that combination keeps pushing its price higher year after year. Next up is Chancellor Palpatine, who only appeared in the Coruscant Guard gunship set from 2023 and currently goes for around $19. This is a recently retired minifigure and it's likely to rise in value over the next few years, especially since it's the first time we've seen Palpatine in a red gown. Next up is Anakin Skywalker with the light up lightsaber, exclusive to the 2005 Ultimate Lightsaber Duel and currently valued at around $85. Finding a functional one in good condition is extremely rare, which makes demand far outpace supply. That's why it increased about 3.5% in 2025 and will likely keep appreciating for years to come, since LEGO probably won't bring back this amazing light up lightsaber concept. Next up is the Phase 1 Wolfpack Clone Trooper, exclusive to the 2011 Republic Frigate and currently valued at around $83. This minifigure keeps appreciating every year. It went up about 3.5% in 2025. I've owned a few over the years and I remember it being around $60 just a few years ago, so it's clear this minifigure will continue climbing in value. It's also extremely popular, with one of LEGO's best Phase 1 clone designs, and I doubt LEGO will ever release another version, making it a highly sought after Clone Wars minifigure. Next up is Padmé Amidala in her Geonosis outfit, exclusive to the 2013 Republic gunship and currently valued at around $48. This minifigure appreciated about 3.5% in 2025, and as long as LEGO doesn't release another version of this minifigure, it should continue rising in value. The Battle of Geonosis is one of the most iconic scenes from Attack of the Clones, and many collectors want this minifigure to complete their collections. Next up is the Clone Trooper Captain, which only appeared in the 2013 Republic gunship, and is currently valued at around $65. This minifigure gained about 3% in value in 2025, and every time I've gotten one, it's been more expensive than the last. It's clear that this is a minifigure that will continue appreciating over time. Now let's move on to the original trilogy minifigures. First up is Nien Numb, a newly released minifigure that only appears in the Desert Skiff and Sarlacc Pit set from 2024 and is currently priced around $24. This is a highly sought after character, and as a 25th anniversary minifigure with incredible prints and a unique head mold, it's very likely to continue increasing in value over the next few years. Next up is 5D6 RA7, another minifigure from the 2025 UCS Death Star and currently going for around $36. Based on what we've seen with other unique protocol droids from past sets, these figures tend to appreciate significantly over time. It's very likely that 5D6 RA7 will follow the same trend, making it a smart pick for collectors. Next up is R3T6, who only appears in the UCS Death Star set from 2025 and is currently going for around $32. Looking back at the 2016 UCS Death Star, most of its minifigures appreciated significantly because the set was expensive and the minifigures were largely exclusive. The same is likely to happen with the 2025 version. Plus, given that it's a highly priced UCS set, it makes sense that the minifigures alone could hold a lot of its value. Next up is Ewok Teebo, exclusive to the 2013 UCS Ewok Village, and he's currently valued at around $65. This is one of those highly detailed one-time LEGO releases. It appreciated about 4% in 2025, and as long as LEGO doesn't release another version anytime soon, it's likely to continue rising in value. We also have Boba Fett, exclusive to the 2015 UCS Slave 1 and currently valued at around $90. I'm surprised this one keeps appreciating even though LEGO released a newer Boba Fett with printed arms, but its exclusive head and fabric cape set it apart. Last year it increased about 3.5% and it's likely to continue rising in value over time. Next up is Oola, exclusive to Jabba's Palace from 2012 and currently going for around $55. This minifigure features excellent prints and was ahead of its time, so it's no surprise that it appreciated about 3.5% in 2025. As long as LEGO doesn't release another version, Oola should continue increasing in value over time. We also have the white Boba Fett, which appeared in the Boba Fett polybag in a special edition box. This minifigure is currently valued at around $290 and increased about 3% in 2025. It's a very unique minifigure using the OG Boba Fett design from 2010, and it's almost certain LEGO will never release another one in the same mold. On top of that, it's a super popular character, and at the time, the only way to get it was through a 30th anniversary LEGO Star Wars set. They only made 10,000 of these, which makes it insanely collectible, and honestly, it's the kind of thing that usually just keeps going up in value. Next up is the OG Princess Leia in her Cloud City outfit, exclusive to the 2003 Cloud City set and currently valued at around $200. This minifigure is hard to find in good condition at a reasonable price nowadays. It appreciated about 3% in 2025, and it's likely to keep rising in value over time thanks to its iconic design, vintage status, and scarcity, making it a must-have for collectors. And that wraps up the second half of our LEGO Star Wars minifigures list. These 24 figures may not be absolute top picks, but they're still worth keeping an eye on. Some could turn into hidden gems for collectors. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, hit subscribe, and click right here to watch part 1, where we cover the strongest picks collectors are already chasing. I'll see you there.